Bulletproof Radio, a state of high performance.
We've got to reimagine policing. I was in a conference and was talking to folk, and they said, well, what's your vision for law enforcement and policing? I said, my vision for law enforcement is we want our police officers and our sheriffs, we want them to be the good Samaritans of the parable of the Good Samaritan in the New. That's their noble calling. You see what I mean? That is, and many of them are that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
When you need them, they are that. They are that good Samaritan who helps somebody. That's what they are. Call them, help them to be that. And that's what we want. That's what the community wants. It's not that's reimagining, but that is both a matter of outward changes in policies, procedures, and all that stuff, and inward dispositions. We must pay attention to the spirit of people who deal with crime all the time, because sometimes when that's what you're constantly dealing with, it gets internalized into you. You see what I mean? We don't pay attention to their spirits, their souls. These are people. And so you need both. Anyway, I'm going off on it, but you see what I'm getting at.
It's interesting. It does take both. And the more you deal with people who hate you, the easier it is to hate them back instead of to feel love. And the police officers I've spoken with, just in personal conversations, ones I know well enough, they're feeling beat down.
They are feeling beaten up. Yeah, they're people.
Yeah.
And that's where our systems fail, because our systems take solely an outward focus and do not pay attention to both the inward focus and outward of police, of the community. You see what I mean? And everybody gets stuck. It's like we turn into rats on a wheel and we just keep running. We're stuck and we can't get off, and we just keep stuck, and we keep, I'm mixing metaphors, but playing old tapes, we keep, and nothing changes until something has to break through. A new paradigm has to emerge. We have to stop and say, wait a minute. The system is controlling us. Our patterns of behavior are controlling us. We need to go back to first principles. What is law enforcement about at its core? Well, what is it really about? And I really would suggest it is Good Samaritans.
That's helping.
Yeah, it is. It's a helping profession. How do we help them do that? Maintain law and order, appropriate law and order. But how do we help them do that? How do we give them the resources for when there's a mental health call, that they have the support of mental health professionals, so that you don't have just a mental health situation being dealt with as a law enforcement situation. You see what I'm saying?
Nothing good is going to come of that. I've dealt with crazy people. You have to, and there's nothing you can do if you're trained to stop someone from doing something, because it's not rational by definition. And I always feel bad for both sides when there's a problem like that, because the crazy person needs help, and the law enforcement guys stand there going, what do you do? And of course, they're always concerned. Whatever they do, either they're going to get hurt or they're going to get thrown in jail for doing stuff. And I don't see a good win the way it's set up. So
the way it's set up, it's not a good win. You're right. And so we can change. We got to change it's got to be a holistic approach to changing the whole paradigm, so that our law enforcement folk can do what they do, so that the community can be in relationship with them. It can be done.